Just what's on the van here? What do you put on that wave? Audio wave to microwave the people? This is coming out of Epic Showground, and it's a police car with a microwave radiation.
Hughes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question to you is based upon your authority under the Parliamentary Precincts Act of 1988, which gives the presiding officers the responsibility for control and management of the Parliament House and its immediate surroundings. Last Saturday, the 12th of February, Canberra witnessed the largest ever protest in the nation's capital, when many tens of thousands of Australians travelled from...
The member for Hughes, this is not an opportunity to make a statement. Do you have a question for me?
I do, Mr. Speaker.
Just get straight to the question, please.
During that protest, can the Speaker confirm if the AFP positioned one or more long-range acoustic devices in the parliamentary precincts with the intention that it be used as a sonic weapon against protesters that included nurses, school teachers and paramedics? Did the AFP seek approval from the presiding officers to deploy such a device? And was the long-range acoustic device used against the protesters on that day?
Order. Order. I'll report back to the House on that.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
In due course.
These questions are coming from a constituent. In relation to the convoy to Canberra protest activity at Parliament House just last weekend, pictures of the day appear to show some types of devices at the front of Parliament House in between the entry to Parliament and Parliament lawns where the protest was in fact occurring. Can you confirm whether the AFP had long-range acoustic devices at Parliament House on Saturday?
That would be something that is our police methodology, which we would have to look at some sort of public interest immunity claim. Senator?
Is there any, surely it's in the public interest to know whether or not they were there without delving too much into it?
I'd have to, if I could take that on notice, I'd have to get advice.
Okay, I'll be happy. I understand. I'll be happy for that. And also, if you could tell us what type they were, please.
Sure.
And can you confirm whether or not they were used at any point?
Sure.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist or any of all that stuff, but the stuff that they're talking about with the acoustic devices and the radiation and all that sort of stuff, it's pretty real. Wouldn't believe it unless I'd seen it. Spent a month up in the Kimberleys in the Pilbara, didn't put on sunscreen once, and spent half a day in the shade at Parliament House, and we're all roasted, like everyone. I've got a sunny tan, the lips are cracking. Every single person is pretty much the same. There's people that are quite ill.
a wave of extreme heat that comes from nowhere. It's one of the U.S. military's newest non-lethal weapons, an electromagnetic beam that emits an odorless, invisible, and silent blast of heat.
It felt like opening up an oven door, almost mixed with a sting from about my sternum to my neck. So like you started to really feel it on my neck before I had to kind of instinctually jump out of the way.
This weapon, under development for 15 years,
It's unbelievable. It's
at 18,000 and it's actually thrown the fucking meter out.
Yeah.
16, 19.
I've never seen it that high in my life.
I've
never ever seen it that high in my fucking life.
That is getting fucking fried. That is getting microwaved.
We're frying this now.
It's dropped out on peak.
Yeah.
20,000.
Yeah.
So what's that? 20 times the legal amount of EMF reading.
Yeah. It's more than I've ever seen in my life, mate. Ever. I've never seen more than that. It's unbelievable. It's at
18,000 and it's actually thrown the fucking meter out.
Yeah.
16, 19.
I've never seen it that high in my life. I've never
ever.
ever seen it that high in my fucking life.
That is getting fucking fried. That is getting microwaved.
We're frying this now.
It's dropped out on peak.
Yeah.
20,000.
Yeah.
So what's that? 20 times the legal amount of EMF reading.
Yeah. It's more than I've ever seen in my life, mate. Ever. I've never seen more than that.
Quite a lot of us have been burnt here over the weekend, and I do have sunburn too.
Yep.
But the first day I had a hat and sunscreen on, and my lips just broke out in these blisters. These feel more like chemical burns.
Yep.
And these lips, some of the it does not affecting everyone the same. Obviously, all our bodies are different. Yep. So there were people in a first aid tent that were holding their ground because they had sick people there. And we've got the blue shirt police that were fairly friendly.
Yeah.
Under the circumstances, and then you've got these other black ones. Our country's in distress. The fucking show is not as important as our parliament being taken over by foreign corporate entities, and these people are protecting the show instead of us. So I don't know what happened to that woman. These evil men in black got her. She was on her knees peacefully, and they're just yelling and screaming at her. They've got the dog going. I don't know if the dog got her, but one woman, I could have taken her down on my own. Not fucking 10 guys. I don't know, like 6 guys on this woman and a fucking dog threatening her as well. It's just too much for our Australian people, and we're all cooked. We're literally fried. And did I think I'd ever want to talk on a camera looking like this?
Yeah.
People need to see this. Some of the old people, we've tell everyone that you can just to take a photo, so we've got that evidence of like this is something not natural. We don't know if they're using weapons against their own people, is what it seems like. And just watching that is something to watch it on TV, but to see it
to actually experience something like that.
The protesters, the Australian people who have come to petition their government for help because they're under stress from corporations with thugs, from medical mafia with do against love. They only know how to work against hatred and violence, and all we bring is love, and they don't know what to do, and we're going to keep bringing that love back.